I'd like to welcome you this evening to the Mount St. Joseph Academy class of 2024 graduation exercises. If I could ask everyone as we begin to please silence their cell phones before the ceremony begins, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. I now invite the Reverend Maurice Moreau for the invocation.
As we gather to pay tribute to those who have been diligent in their studies and thus have achieved success, let us turn to our God and ask for his blessing on our celebration. O God, whose knowledge is without end and whose love and mercy is infinite, we turn to you and ask you to be with us as we honor our graduates. Be present as we pay tribute to those who have endeavored to enrich their minds and hearts with knowledge and love of you. May you be our guide this night and all the days to follow. We ask this through Christ our Lord.
I now invite you to join us in the singing of America the Beautiful, which can be found in the music issue in your pews, number 745. Please be seated. I now welcome Principal Michael Alexander to deliver the principal's welcome.
Bishop-elect McDermott, Superintendent Young, graduates of the class of 1974, parents, family, faculty and staff, and friends of Mount St. Joseph Academy, good evening. And welcome to the commencement ceremony for the graduates of the class of 2024. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all this evening. As most people are aware, this past year has been difficult personally. I've been challenged physically, emotionally, spiritually. I regret that this experience has taken me away from Mount St. Joseph way too often. But this experience has revealed some amazing people and their commitment to this school. They're sitting here amongst us this evening. I will always be eternally grateful to my family, the staff, faculty, families, and to you all, the students here at Mount St. Joseph Academy. For you exemplify the values of this school. And while I was away, it was very apparent. I couldn't be more proud of you. Thank you very much. So I have a question. What is the definition of luck? I believe that luck is being ready for the opportunity. Sounds simple, but its practical application presents hard decisions. Do I settle for the easy wrong, or do I work for the hard right solution? Graduates, of all of the decisions that you will be making beyond this day, beyond this point, this will be the toughest because no one can or will make that decision for you. This is not to say that you shouldn't seek out mentorship from the successful people that surround you. Please do. However, at the end of the day, the decision you make is yours. So make your own luck, and be ready and prepared for that chance. You may be sitting right now thinking, am I ready? But you have been armed with the skills and attributes necessary to begin your next chapter. And they will make you successful in the path you choose. And I look forward to following your successes as you choose the path suited for you. Some people talk as if high school graduation is the end of the journey, as if you've made it to the finish line and there's nothing more to do. It certainly is a culmination of a student's body of work. And still there are others that think at graduation learning stops. I, for one, look at this day differently. This day is the culmination of 13 years of preparation for a lifetime of continued learning. This is not the end, it is just the beginning. And each and every one of you graduating this evening are ready for the challenges ahead of you. Ladies and gentlemen, we present 13 graduates ready to be future successful citizens. They have proven to their teachers, peers, families, and themselves that they are ready to pass through this gate. And I am proud of each and every one of you. Thank you.
So we're going to go a little off script just really quickly here in the program. So if I could just have your attention briefly for a moment.
Michael, would you please step forward? We would like to take this time to honor and celebrate the remarkable career of an extraordinary leader, our beloved principal, Michael Alexander, who is retiring after 5 years of dedicated service to Mount St. Joseph Academy. It is with immense pride and gratitude that we recognize the profound impact he has had on our school, our community, and our lives. Michael, today we celebrate your unwavering commitment, visionary leadership, and tireless dedication to nurturing the minds of your MSJ students. Your career has been marked by numerous achievements, innovative initiatives, and a steadfast commitment to excellence. You have not only guided our school to new heights, but have also fostered a nurturing and supportive environment where everyone can thrive. Your ability to inspire, motivate, and lead with compassion has earned you the respect and admiration of your colleagues, students, and parents. Your dedication to the fostering of a positive learning environment and your commitment to the success of every student has set a high standard for us all. As teachers and staff, we have all been incredibly fortunate to witness and learn from Principal Alexander's exemplary leadership. We hope to carry forward the legacy of dedication, integrity, and compassion that he has set. Michael, as you step into retirement, we are excited for you to embrace this new chapter of your life. This is a time to relax, pursue your passions, and enjoy the fruits of your labors, whether it's spending time traveling with your wife, Debbie, or simply enjoying the peace and quiet while in the woods. You deserve the happiness and fulfillment that retirement brings, and we hope that is above the best. I can't get the page to open. I ask you now all to please stand and join me with an expression of gratitude for a stellar career and a retirement filled with joy, health, and new adventures. Thank you and congratulations.
It is my honor this evening to introduce the Mount St. Joseph Academy Class of 2024 Veritas et Puritas Award winner. While MSJ awards the traditional academic honors of valedictorian and salutatorian, we have for many years also included a third honorary award to one member of the graduating senior class who has exemplified the founding principles of the Sisters of St. Joseph, the foundresses of MSJ. In many ways, it's fitting that we gather here in this church building tonight because it was from this church in 1873 that Father Charles Boylan traveled to Flushing, New York to request the assistance of the Sisters of St. Joseph to come to Rutland to help educate the children of his parish. 5 young sisters, many of whom are probably not much older than our graduating seniors, volunteered to come to Rutland. From this small group of courageous women grew 2 grammar schools, and in 1882, the secondary Mount St. Joseph Academy. The sisters chose as their motto for the academy, Veritas et Puritas, which translates as truth and purity. In choosing this motto, the sisters solidified that Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life, was the center of and the reason for the school, and that a life centered on gospel values would be central to an MSJ education. Tonight, I am honored to welcome a student who exemplifies the values set forth by the sisters over 140 years ago. Please join me in welcoming Sarah Schmalzenbach to deliver the 2024 Veritas et Puritas address.
Bishop-elect McDermott, Reverend Fathers, Superintendent Young, Principal Alexander, members of the MSJ School Board, family, friends, and fellow classmates. Public speaking is not my strong point, but Mr. Audette said it would be a piece of cake, so here it goes. Our journey together began 4 years ago in a unique way thanks to COVID-19, when we came to our school in person, masked up, and spaced out. We proved we could persevere and care in a world that felt like it was falling apart. The dedication of the faculty, staff, families, and community at MSJ helped to support and guide me and my class through our high school years, and I offer my gratitude and appreciation. Being honored with the Veritas et Puritas Award has allowed me time to reflect on these last 4 years. I was blessed to experience many wonderful things as a member of the MSJ community, and it only seemed natural to give back to others where I could. Whether it was a smile and a wave passing by in the hallway, listening to others in need, or supporting new students as they try to find their way in their first year as a freshman. I tried my best to make others feel welcome and happy at MSJ. I did not stop to think that the values instilled in me throughout my educational journey were developing me as a person and strengthening my relationship with God. I feel blessed to have the honor of setting an example that kindness matters, helping others, and hard work pays off. As I stand before you today, prepared to graduate, I believe that my faith and my commitment to the values that MSJ has given me are even stronger than when I first started school here 4 years ago. To the underclassmen who are here today to celebrate our successes with us, remember to be yourself and help guide others along the way. Take advantage of every day you get because it goes fast, and before you know it, you are standing in our shoes preparing to face the world. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the teachers and staff for giving me and my classmates such a wonderful experience here at MSJ. I also want to thank my family for helping me grow and guiding me in the right direction with my studies here at MSJ and with life decisions. Finally, I thank God for faith, support, guidance, and love to know He has always been there and will continue to be in my life. To the class of 2024, always remember where we came from and the values that make us who we are. You will always find success. I leave you with 6 words to live by. Be kind, work hard, and love Jesus. Congratulations, class of 2024. I will miss you all. Thank you.
It is now my honor to introduce to you the MSJ Class of 2024 Salutatorian. Sarah Jane Gregory is the daughter of Glenn and Ingrid Gregory of Rutland, Vermont. While in attendance, Sarah Jane maintained high academic honors throughout her career and was a member of the Josephite chapter of the National Honor Society, the National Art Honor Society, the National Spanish Honor Society, and the MSJ Student Government. Sarah Jane was actively involved in a variety of clubs, activities, and student athletics and works of charity and service. Sarah Jane will be attending Northeastern University in the fall. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2024 salutatorian, Sarah Jane Gregory.
Bishop-elect McDermott, Reverend Fathers, Superintendent Young, Principal Alexander, members of the MSJ School Board, faculty, family, and fellow graduates. I am honored to have the opportunity to be delivering this speech this evening. I can hardly believe that this day has finally come, the day when we close this chapter in our lives and move on to the next, wherever that takes us. I know some of my classmates can hardly believe it either. For the past few months, you couldn't even mention the fact that we're seniors to them without making them panic. That feeling hadn't hit me until a few weeks ago, as all my clubs and schoolwork started to die down. It was then I realized, it's really ending now, isn't it? It still feels like yesterday we were just freshmen walking into MSJ for the first time. Back then, we didn't even know what the bottom half of each other's faces looked like under the masks. But time flies, and 4 years later, here we are. At first, I think many of us wanted this day to come sooner. We couldn't wait to finally escape all the schoolwork and become real adults. We just saw this place as a stepping stone, 4 years that we have to power through before we really start living our lives. In reality, high school is nothing like that. High school was the beginning of our lives. It was our crash course on how to live. We've learned so much throughout our time here, how to manage our responsibilities, make friends, keep those friends, and fall and pick ourselves back up again. We learned so many skills and made so many important memories and relationships that we will keep with us for the rest of our lives. We may not remember everything we learned in our classes, every history fact or science formula, but the memories we made with each other are what we will remember for years to come. To be honest, I don't think I could tell you everything I learned freshman year, but I could tell you all about some of my first moments at this school. We all have memories that have stuck with us since our first days at MSJ, and plenty more made throughout high school. And these memories are what we take with us when we leave. In all those memories we have, there are people who supported us and made our time here better. Whether it was spending time with our friends, joking with classmates, or distracting our teachers in class, we all made valuable connections that we won't ever forget. I'd like to thank all of our teachers and staff who have helped us along the way. Their dedication to the school and everything they've done to help us succeed does not go unnoticed. Honestly, some of my fondest memories from the school are tied to certain teachers and their classes. I still remember math jail in Mr. Smith's class, our party after the AP Chem exam with Miss Valgoy, and all the time spent hanging out in Mr. C's room. Moments like these made our experience at MSJ a time we will treasure forever. I'd also like to thank my mom, my dad, and my sisters, Rachel, Mary Catherine, Hannah, Jessica, and Rebecca. I am incredibly grateful for everything they have done for me, for guiding me, bringing me comfort, and always being there when I need someone to talk to. I wouldn't be where I am today without all of their love and support, and I wouldn't have made it through high school without them. The times I shared with my sisters, Rachel and Mary Kay, at this school made it even more memorable for me. And of course, I couldn't talk about memories and the people who have supported me without mentioning my best friend, Elizabeth. She's been by my side since the very beginning. And pretty much all of the memories I have of high school, she's right there laughing along with me. My high school experience wouldn't have been the same without all of her help and all of her jokes. So I'd like to say thank you to Elizabeth for everything. She is a friend that I will never forget. As we all move on to the next chapter of our lives, never forget to cherish the moments and the friendships we made during our time together. Time goes by so fast, and we'll all make new memories and connections wherever life takes us. But let's always look back on these high school years fondly. Remember the lessons you've learned here, and carry them with you as you navigate your future. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2024.
I now invite Mrs. Mary Lou Tedesco-Harvey, class of 1983, and chair of the MSJ School Board, to introduce the class of 1974.
Welcome, class of 1974. It's great to have you back in St. Peter's Church as a class tonight. We also celebrate our graduates, and we extend sincere congratulations and best wishes to these bright young adults as they move into the next step in their lives. We're also celebrating you, our Golden Grads. What a great title, Golden Grads. We're so honored that you came to be part of the evening with the greater MSJ community. I've heard that your class was a bit wild during your days at the Mount. Lynn Levins shared a few stories with me. Some highlights were the senior trip to Montreal, pep rallies, Seward's restaurant before the games, the minstrel shows, the girls rolling their skirts up when the sisters weren't looking. Of course, our current MSJ ladies don't do this anymore, I'm sure. The after-school gatherings at various spots around the city, and your favorite buddies, Father LaValle and Father Lambert. There are some memories and several stories that cannot be shared here tonight, according to Lynn, but I'm sure will be reminisced at this weekend's events. As I look out and see the distinctive two groups receiving diplomas tonight, sitting on opposite sides of the aisle, I can't help but think that the young people are looking at your side and thinking, that will never be me. And you're looking at these young people thinking, how could this many years have passed since we were sitting there in our caps and gowns, although it was in the gym at the time. The fact is, it will continue to happen year after year. Young people thinking they have all the time in the world, and we, let's call ourselves the more mature group, thinking that it went by so quickly. The best part of tonight is that all of us can look at you and see what wonderful lives you have led, the gifts you've shared with the world, your family, and your communities. To use your God-given talents to the best of your ability and measuring your success by how you've helped others along the way, as Christ teaches us to do. And what better examples could we have for our graduates tonight? There are so many wonderful paths that your class has taken. A few examples, 5 local nurses, Mary, Lori, Nancy, Melinda, and Marianne, as well as doctors, teachers, lawyers, law professor, social workers, physical therapists, veterans, carpenters, business owners, and pharmacists, along with many others. It's interesting to see how many of these lifelong careers have one theme in common: giving back to your community. I don't wish to slight anyone for their accomplishments, but I'd be remiss in not mentioning a few who did stay local and have given back in so many ways. And they always come through for MSJ, where giving back and giving to others was certainly impressed upon them. Many may not realize that Joe Eno, who had a successful printing business, is a member of the MSJ Athletic Association. He ran the clock at all home varsity basketball games, both girls and boys, for over 40 years. That's a lot of basketball games. Thank you, Joe. Then we have Brian Godnick, Vic Shappy, Doug Casella, Maureen Casella, Charlene and Gary Clifford, as well as dear Jim, who recently passed from this class, Mary Jane Wingsores, and so many others who can always be counted on when there is a need. Thank you on behalf of the community and MSJ. I'd also like to mention David Allaire, who was the previous mayor of the Rutland City, who almost never misses an athletic event at MSJ and Rutland High School, keeping things pleasant at home since his lovely wife is a alumni of the other school. Thank you both for your support of our community. So, well, there you have it, all of you, great examples of what being a Mountie means. Praying for our younger people that they will always remember the message. This class, your class, was also so fortunate to have a relationship with many of the Sisters of St. Joseph. Please keep the dear sisters in your prayers. Wishing both groups a wonderful weekend ahead. From what I've heard, we might have to caution the class of 1974 not to have too much fun. Brian, Godnick, and Lynn, I'm looking at you, but really all of you. Seriously, enjoy our sincere congratulations and enjoy your weekend. At this time, I'll read the names of the Golden Grads to come forward once again to receive your MSJ diploma, this time a golden one. Brenda Mullen Abrahamson. David Allaire. Joseph Bizarro Jr. Patricia Abatel Bove. Joan Canfield. Wayne Canny. Douglas Casella. Maureen Casella. Diane Itori Chaffee. Patricia Creed Clark. Anne Marie Russo Clifford. Charlene McNeil Clifford. Marilyn Maneri Kuchar. Mary Kathleen Creed. Nancy Zingali Cristelli. Mary Shanahan DiNardo. Nicholas DiNardo. Jack De Palma. Joseph Eno. Cynthia Christophic Feldman. Mary Ann Felkel Fish. Lynn Goodrich Fleming. Lori Duval Gilligan. Brian Godnick. Elizabeth Guinness. John Henderson. Michael Keith. Nancy Maneri Kellogg. Lynn Levins Klom. Darcy Lawrence Lunt. Janet Lee McCarthy. Terrence McGinnis. Joanne Fagan McLaughlin. Nancy Piet Mazzaros. Robert Miles. Gina Pizzanelli Nelson. Kathleen Nolan. Michael Papineau. Henry Parento. Thomas Peters. Melinda Medlin Sanborn. Daniel Seeger. Marianne Flory Seeger. Victor Shappy. Mary Jane Hackett Shomo. Mary Jane Wing Soares. R. Michael Solari. David Thompson. And Jerry Lynn Valenti. Thank you and congratulations to all.
It is now my honor to introduce to you the MSJ class of 2024 valedictorian. Elizabeth Williams is the daughter of Dr. Joseph and Heather Williams of Chittenden, Vermont. While in attendance, Elizabeth maintained the highest academic honors throughout her career and was a member of the Josephite chapter of the National Honor Society, the National Art Honor Society, the Tri-M Music Honor Society, and the MSJ Student Government. Elizabeth was actively involved in a variety of clubs and activities, including the MSJ Shoestring Theater, student athletics, and various community service projects. Elizabeth will be attending the University of Vermont in the fall. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2024 valedictorian, Elizabeth Williams.
Bishop-elect McDermott, Reverend Fathers, Superintendent Young, Principal Alexander, members of the MSJ School Board, faculty, family, and fellow graduates. I would like to start by thanking my parents, siblings, and grandparents for helping me these past 4 years. I would not be where I am today without all of their support. Everyone who's in a history class with me knows my favorite question when we were assigned essays was, is there a maximum page limit? But I promise I will keep this speech brief. 4 years ago, when we entered MSJ, I didn't know anything about my fellow classmates, not even what they looked like thanks to COVID. However, I can't imagine a better class or school to have spent the past 4 years in. We may be a small class of only 13 students, but we have made a big impact. The support of all the faculty at MSJ have helped us to grow academically and personally, overseeing our spiritual and character growth. All the graduates here tonight have worked hard for the past 4 years to get where we are. We have balanced classes, sports, extracurriculars, and personal lives in order to get here. I think we have all embodied Nelson Mandela's wise words, I never lose, I either win or learn. While reflecting on the last 4 years and deciding what I wanted to share in this speech, I went to Google for the answer one last time in high school. So many of the Google images that popped up for success were people on top of a mountain cheering. This seems an apt representation since we live in Vermont. All through life, we have set our minds to reach our goals. We have overcome many obstacles in order to achieve those goals. I believe this graduation is us reaching the peak of the mountain that is high school. I know for all of us, the future obstacles we meet, we are strong enough to overcome because of the strong foundation we gained here at MSJ. Tomorrow, we will have a new mountain to begin our climb of, but today we get to celebrate what we have accomplished through 4 years of hard work. In the words of the late Bill Walton, I learned from yesterday, I dream about tomorrow, but I try to make today my masterpiece. We have all accomplished so much and will continue to accomplish more. Tonight, I want to congratulate the class of 2024 for all they have accomplished. You all have so much to offer the world, and I can't wait to see the impacts you will make. Thank you.
I now invite Bishop-elect John McDermott, Superintendent David Young, and Principal Michael Alexander forward to present the diplomas to the class of 2024. Sarah Marie Schmalzenbach. Jacob Bissett. Emma Grace Bladorn. Mason Trevor Boudreau. Lauren Ann Sharon. Sarah Jane Gregory. Grace Corsell. Alexis Christine Fuster. Estella Louise Gross. Careful there. Elizabeth Rose Williams. Luca Vincent Poli. Chamblay Smith Remy. Malcolm Gregory Whitman. At this time, before I call up the members of the class of 2024 for the turning of the tassel, I'd just like to say a few quick thank yous to those who helped put this program together this evening, for all the faculty and staff who helped in the planning, for the members up here on the altar tonight, for Father Moreau, for Bishop-elect McDermott, Superintendent Young, Mrs. Harvey, and Monsignor Bourgeois, and Mr. Alexander. And also I'd like to thank our organist, Mr. John Riddle, for providing our music this evening. I now ask Elizabeth Williams and Emma Bladorn to come forward for the turning of the tassel.
Members of the class of 2024, please rise and face your families.
Please turn your tassels.
I invite you to remain standing, and I invite Bishop-elect John McDermott to come forward for the benediction.
Before giving the final blessing, just a word of congratulation to the graduates. I'd ask you to do me a favor. You've accomplished so much and looking forward to accomplishing so much more. But simply to ask the Lord a very simple question each day. Lord, who do you want me to be? Not what you want me to do, but who do you want me to be? And hopefully the Lord will help you to become the saint that he has called you to be. Let us bow our heads and pray for God's blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm on your face, and the rain fall soft on your fields. And until we meet again, may the Lord hold you in his hand. May God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God bless the class of 2024.